So the world is changing in ways that, honestly, are easy to miss if you're not paying close attention. There's this quiet revolution happening, reshaping how we live and work, and it's not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's just a subtle shift in how things get done, or a new tool that suddenly everyone is using. It's kind of wild how much is happening beneath the surface, and, well, it's easy to overlook the scale of what's unfolding around us. We are living through the largest technological revolution of the century, driven by artificial intelligence, and its most unsettling feature is how quietly and unevenly it arrives. Change doesn't feel like a single dramatic moment, but like a pressure shift that suddenly accelerates daily life. This creates anxiety not only because of job displacement headlines, but because attention, work, and education all feel as if they are speeding up beyond human pace. Panic is the most damaging response in an exponential environment. It pushes people to chase shortcuts, copy others, and invest effort in the wrong skills. Those who succeed in major technological shifts are rarely the smartest. They are the ones who remain calm long enough to see what is actually changing and adapt deliberately. The economy is, well, transforming right before our eyes. We're seeing entire industries evolve, some jobs disappearing while new ones are popping up that didn't even exist a few years ago. It's not just about technology itself, but about how businesses, workers, and communities are figuring out their place in this new landscape. There's a lot of uncertainty, sure, but also a lot of opportunity for those who are willing to learn, adapt, and honestly, just stay curious about what comes next. So the core transformation here isn't really about machines becoming human, but it's actually about the collapse in the cost of certain kinds of thinking. Activities like writing, coding, analysis, and synthesis. These used to be expensive and honestly, pretty time-intensive. But now, AI makes first-draft intellectual work both fast and cheap. And, when costs fall like this, society doesn't just do the same work more efficiently, it actually changes what it values, what it rewards, and what it considers powerful. Strategies that rely on memorization, fixed career paths, and static tool mastery just don't hold up anymore. Work isn't eliminated all at once. Instead, it gets unbundled into tasks. Some of these tasks are automated, some are accelerated, and others, well, they actually become more valuable because everything else gets cheaper. Jobs and career structures start to reorganize around this new landscape of tasks. Real adaptation comes from positioning yourself above the machine and below the mission. So you're able to use and supervise AI, but you're still grounded in solving real-world problems that actually matter. Now, if we're talking about adapting to all these changes, there are really 3 pillars to keep in mind. First, there's learning how to use AI as a tool, not just a replacement. Second, it's about developing judgment and taste, skills that machines can't easily replicate. And third, it's staying connected to the real needs of people and organizations, so your work actually matters in the bigger picture. These 3 pillars, honestly, are what will help us thrive in a world where the cost of thinking keeps dropping. Effective adaptation rests on 3 pillars. First is resilience. Habits that allow continued action despite uncertainty and discomfort. Confidence follows commitment, not the other way around. Second is judgment and domain understanding. In a world flooded with AI-generated output, what becomes scarce is truth, taste, context, ethics, and responsibility. Decision quality, not production volume, becomes the bottleneck. Third is a learning system that emphasizes speed of learning over static credentials. Deep knowledge in at least one domain is essential, allowing AI to amplify expertise rather than replace it. Systems thinking helps anticipate second-order effects of AI adoption. Verification discipline is critical, treating AI output as a fast but fallible first draft that must be checked against logic, sources, and reality. Ethical clarity determines whether AI amplifies harm or usefulness. The future of learning is honestly about staying curious and adaptable. Instead of just memorizing facts or collecting certificates, it's about developing the ability to learn quickly and apply that learning in new situations. As technology changes, being able to navigate uncertainty and keep growing becomes more valuable than ever. Education shifts from collecting skills to building learning velocity. Small, real experiments, tested, verified, and refined, build competence faster than passive consumption. AI does not make effort meaningless. It makes shallow effort obsolete. The future belongs to adaptable builders who compound skills, judgment, and trust over time, using calm, focus, and continuous learning to navigate accelerating change.